Shalom uvrachim boachem. In this lesson, we'll be reviewing very, very briefly what we did last lesson, and then we'll continue from there. Plural, masculine and feminine. Rabbim and rabboth. Rabbim is for male, and if we remember, male in Hebrew is zachar. So I'm going to put the lamed in front of the zayin and make it lezachar, which means for male. I'm going to put the lamed and then necheva. This becomes linecheva or lincheva. Lincheva or lincheva. Okay? This is lezachar for male, and this is linecheva for female. Male plural rabbim, and then female plural rabboth. Okay? Let's go on to the second bulletin. The words hazeh, hazoth, and ha'ele are placed after the adjective. So, that's hazeh, hazoth, and ha'ele. If we remember why it's ha'ele and not ha'ele, remember the aleph, ha'ele. So, this is for male. So, what do we say for male is in Hebrew? Lezechar. So I'm going to put the lamed, zayin, kaf, resh, lezechar. Hazoth is for feminine words. So what did I say that will be? Linecheva. Lamed, nun, kof, beth, and then he. Linecheva. Okay? And ha'elle is for everything. So I will put la kol for all. La kol. La kol. Okay? La kol. Hazeh lezachar. Hazos lenecheva. Ha'ele la kol. Okay? Again. Hazeh lezachar. And that is for male. Hazos lenecheva. And that is for female. Ha'ele lakol, and that is for all. And that's lakol, not lechol. Okay? So let's move on. Again, this will be very brief. Lavan, white, and it is zachar. Let's make this even larger. Right? Lavan, zachar. And majority of the actually all the time, the adjective will be in its final form, which will always be zachar. Okay? That is the base form. And then if the noun that it modifies is either male or female, then it changes. The adjective changes. Okay? So we have lavan, then we have levana. Levana is necheva. Okay? And that is still white. Just like in Arabic, there are changes, a lot of changes. In classical Hebrew, there are even more changes. Levanim, that'll be zachar, rabbim, and it's actually zecharim rabbim. Okay? But I'm just going to leave it this way for you for now. Levanoth is feminine. Levana, feminine. Levanos is the plural. Remember, we add the wow and we add the tau at the end of the adjective to turn it into a plural. Feminine. So remember, we have levana, levana. It becomes levanoth. We have levanim, And then for the singular is lavan. Okay? Yod, mem, and then waw, tau. That's the only difference. Let's go on to shahor. Shahor is black. That is the base form of the adjective. When you want to turn it into a feminine, let's say it's Sarah. Sarah shehora. Sarah is black. Or shehora Sarah. Okay? You will not put Sarah shahor because Sarah is female. Okay? Now shehorim you have right here. Notice the yods and the mem. Okay, I'm going to write it here for you. Let's get rid of all of this. And I'm going to write that here. You have the yods and mem, which makes or which turns this into a plural male. There are times where an adjective becomes the wow, it has the wow and the tau at the end, but it's actually a male. Those are very few in number, and of course we'll go over those times, okay? But this is male, shehorim. Let's move on to here. Shehoros. You have shin, hif, wow, resh, wow, tau. Shehoros. Let's say if we have multiple women and we want to describe those multiple women, we will say shehoros. We will not say shehorim. If you have multiple men and then you have one woman, you will still use the multiple of male. Shehorim. Okay? Same thing when it comes to hacham. Hachama is feminine. Hachamim is plural male. Hachamoth is feminine plural. Okay? So that's rabboth, rabbim. Okay. So that's it so far for the adjectives. Now let's move on to, again, ze. Ze in Hebrew is for male. Okay, it's this. So it's le zachar. Ze and haze. Haze is always at the end of a word. Hazoth, same thing. Ha'ele, same thing. Lenecheva, and this is lakol. Okay? Ze is in front. Zoth is in front of a word, and ele means these. Okay? If you want to say these are good, you say ele tovim. Remember, it has to be plural. You wouldn't say ele tov. And of course, there are some exceptions, because when you read Psalms, you will see that we use plural / singular. Those are rare, okay? And in Hebrew, it's hard to explain, but in Hebrew, there are times where you get to mix and match. And that's usually in spoken Hebrew or poetic Hebrew, okay? So when you write a love song, you don't usually write grammatically. Okay? Even look at the way how you speak. Not everything that you say is within perfect grammar. Written, you have more of an escape or time to think about what you've written or what you will write or what you are writing. Okay? Yesh. Let's get rid of this. You have yesh. Oh no, actually let's continue with zenzos. So if I say this is Avraham, I will say ze Avraham. I will not say zos Avraham because he is Zachar. Okay? Lo necheva ki im Zachar. Okay? Zachar hu. He is male. Ze Avraham. So what I had said earlier was he is not, or Avraham is not female, but rather male. Okay? So let's move on to Zos. Zos is used for feminine objects, both animate and inanimate. Okay? So let's say if we want to say, let's see a feminine, okay, menorah, right? Menorah is feminine. I would say Zos menorah. This is a menorah, a candlestick or a candelabra. Zos menorah. I will not say ze menorah. Okay, so Zos menorah. Zos menorah. Okay? And I will not say ze. This is incorrect. So it must match or modify. Okay, if you want to speak in a more grammatical term, it'll be modification, to change. But this here is incorrect. So it'll be Zos menorah ze Avraham. Let's move on. You have le. Remember I said le is 2 at 4. To me is li. Li. To you male, lecha. To you female, it'll be lach. Okay, there are lots of changes in Hebrew. This is why you have to listen. There's a reason why Avraham, keeps saying Shema, Shema, Shim'u. Okay, Shema, Shim'u, Shim'u. Listen, 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 listen. You have to listen. It's a must. Okay? Le yishach. Now, if you want to attach this to a pronoun, meaning someone else, someone either a female or a male, let's say if it's Avraham, let's say if it's Yaakov, you will put le, the lamed, and then you will put the person's name. That is the formula. Le plus person's name. That is the formula. Le plus person's name. If you want to put to me, to you, it'll be le plus either the yod or the kaf final, which is kaf sofif. Okay? Let's say if it's to you, I will put lamed plus the kaf sofif. But which kaf sofif? Is it cha or is it ch? Remember, ch is for female and cha is for male. So this becomes le plus the kaf sofif equal lecha, which is you. So this is to you, for you, and belonging to you. Now let's say if I want to say it's to you female, it will be lach. So lamed plus the kaf sofis equal lach instead. And this will be, well, it's not written here. This will be to you, for you, belonging to you, female. Now if I want to say to whom, it'll be le mi. Le mi. Le plus mi. Mi is who in Hebrew. So to whom or whose. Okay? Now if I want to say whose Avraham is this? Lemi ha-Avraham hazeh. Lemi ha-Avraham, which is very irregular in Hebrew, but I'm just trying to make it a point. Okay, let's try doing something a bit more believable. let's say menorah, okay? Lemi ha-menorah hazos. Notice I said hazos and not hazeh, because remember, menorah is female. So because it's female, I have to put hazos. Or, I'm just going to give this to you, hazo. That's another way you'll see in the Bible. It's not irregular, but there's few times where you'll see it. But it's just good for you to know. Hazos is the standard way. Hazo is more spoken or poetic. Okay? Lemi ha-menorah hazos. To whom does this menorah belong? Or whose menorah is this? Okay? Lemi ha-menorah hazos. Now, if I want to say something that is masculine, let's see what we did before. Okay, let's do pencil. Lemi ha-iparon hazeh. Lemi ha-iparon hazeh. To whom does this pencil belong? Lemi ha-iparon hazeh. Right? So it's still singular. We're using hazeh and hazos. Now let's say if we want to say ele, right? Ha-ele, these. We will use ha-ele at the end and not ele. You'll find sometimes in Hebrew ze, zos, and ele are at the end, but that's more colloquial speech, meaning it's broken down. It's like broken down English, okay? Irregular English, okay? It's not grammatical, but it's something that you speak. We'll get into this way later, so don't worry yourselves. Let's see. Let's say lemi ha-ephronim. If we remember what ephronim means, pencils. So lemi ha-ephronim ha-ele. To whom do these pencils belong? Lemi ha-ephronim ha-ele. Lemi ha-ephronim ha-ele. Again, lemi ha-ephronim ha-ele. To whom do these pencils belong? Now, for the second part of this, let's say if I want to describe these pencils, if I want to say these pencils are black, I would put ha-ephronim ha-shehorim ha-ele. Okay? And I hope this isn't getting cut off. Let me put this lower. Oy. Ha-ephronim ha-shehorim ha-ele. Remember, the adjective still has to connect to the noun. So let's get rid of this for now. And let's say ha-ephronim ha-shehorim. We know that these are pencils, right? What type of pencils are there? They are black pencils. Remember, we see the yods and we see the mem. We know, okay, let's put it here. We see the yods and the mem for ephronim, right? And we hear it, ephronim, instead of iparon. Ephronim means pencils. Im, okay, pencils. Next, I move on to the next, shehorim. Okay, well, I know that it's now black pencils. And I'm not saying ephronim shahor, because that'll be incorrect. Ephronim shehorim. Okay, so black pencils. Now I have to say these black pencils. So ha'efronim ha'shhorim ha'ele. That's how it is in Hebrew. Okay? As long as it is, that's how it is. Everything is systematic. Everything has a connection. Okay, so you will add ha'ele to that. And this goes to feminine words as well. So if I want to say menorah, it'll be menoros. Remember, menoros is because it is plural. Menorah. Remember, the he indicates that it is feminine. Menoros, the waw and the tau indicates that it is feminine plural. So menoros, I want to say these black menoros. Hamenoros, hashehoros. I don't think you guys can see that. So let me be smart and do this instead. Okay. So hamenoros. And again, I'm trying to teach you guys without the nikuzos at the bottom. Okay, so listen to what I say. Hamenoros, hashehoros. And I'm going to put ha'ele here. Ha'ele. So the menoros, the shehoros, because it's hashehoros, the black ones. So the menoros, the black ones, these ones, ha'ele. That's how you write that. Now, if I want to ask a question, right? Let's see how far this will go back for me. Let's keep going. Okay, that's as far as it goes. I just have to do this again. Okay. So if I want to ask, to whom do these black menoros belong? I will say, lemi, right? Lemi, hamenoros, hashehoros, ha'ele. Or you can say hamenoros hashehoros ha'ele lemi. Okay, the lemi, the lamed mem yod, that the question doesn't need to be in front all the time, but it's more grammatical that way. Okay, so in spoken Hebrew you can switch it up whenever you want. Okay, so lemi hamenoros hashehoros ha'ele. To whom do these black menoros belong? Okay, and that goes for had. If I want to say sakin had, sharp knife, sharp knives, hasakinim hahadim. Okay, the sharp knives, and it continues from there. Okay, so let's start our next lesson. Okay. Now I'll read this to you slowly. A proper noun does not take the definite article. Remember we said the definite article is he or he hayedi'ah. Okay? He hayedi'ah. Nor the plural sign. And when it is modified by an adjective, the article is placed before that word. As David Katon. Remember, we went over this briefly. Okay, but we will have more of an in-depth look now. If, however, and this is the little David, that's how you will pick out what type of person David is. If I want to say great Avraham, I will say Avraham Hagazol. Okay? So this is why I said before, when I was going with Ha-Avraham Ha'ele, will be incorrect. Okay? That'll be like slang Hebrew or sluggish Hebrew. So the proper noun, when they say proper noun, it's a person's name. Okay? So Sarah, you would not put Hasara. You will put Sarah. Let's say beautiful Sarah would be Sarah Hayafa. Okay? If, however, the adjective is used as a predicate, it is without the article, as David's katon, as in David is small. Okay? Now I tried breaking it down in more layman's terminology, because if you're not familiar so much with grammatical terminology, it becomes bothersome. Okay? The same rule governs all adjectives used as a predicate after a common noun, which has the article as, Hamoreh hacham. The teacher is wise or smart. Okay? Now we'll go over this again. We'll have examples. One adjective modifying several nouns of different genders takes the masculine plural ending always. Okay? So if I say Susim ufaros shehurim. Susim, you have samech, wow samech, yod mem. Then I have the wow pe resh wow tau. Then I have the shin chis wow resh yod mem. That becomes susim ufaros shehurim, because you have the masculine. Remember yod mem, you have the masculine susim and not susos. Susos will be feminine horses, plural. Para is cow. Para is a female cow. Okay? Par or shor would be the bull. Okay? So you have the male takes precedence over the female. So this will not be susim ufaros shehoroth. It will be susim ufaros shehurim. Okay? I'm going to say that slowly. Susim ufaros shehurim is correct. If I put susim ufaros shehoros, this will be incorrect. Lo nachon, wrong. Okay? That's how you say, which is not correct. Okay? Nachon in Hebrew, nachon in Hebrew means correct. Lo nachon means incorrect or bilti nachon. Okay? Nachon. Lo nachon. So this sentence, hamishpat hazeh, this sentence, nachon or lo nachon? Lo nachon. It is incorrect. Okay? I will say susim ufaros. Oh, sorry. Shehurim. Susim ufaros shehurim. That's the correct way. So remember, the male will have precedence over the female. Okay? So let's say if we have 13 women and one male, guess what? That one male, you will still say shehurim. you will not use the plural feminine. As long as there is a male somewhere, you will use the male because the male takes precedence in Hebrew. Okay, so remember I said osar. Osar milim means, loosely it means vocabulary. Literally it means treasure of words. Osar is treasure, milim, words. Okay? Hebrew, the beginning of Hebrew, it was devarim, and later in Hebrew, or let's say around when Hebrew started to fall, this is before Christ had come onto scene, it became milim. Okay, milah as word, milim, words. This is feminine still. This is one word that you see that is feminine that has the yods and the mem. Okay, milah or mela. It's actually mela. Okay, this is feminine. It turns into yod mem, but it's still feminine. Okay, so osar milim, vocabulary. Our vocabulary will be osar melothenu. Osar melothenu. Osar melothenu. Osar melothenu. Okay? Silhuli, forgive me. Let's see. So where was I? So sus, the plural to this, rabim, is susim. Susim. Not susim, but sim. So 2 syllables. Susim. Next is para. Para, cow. Cows, paros. Remember the wow and the tau. Remember the yods and the mem. Susim, paroth. Paper is neyar. This is how we wrote it in the Tanakh, and now it is written this way. So if you see it online or anywhere, you know that this is paper. Okay? Neyar. That's how they write it now. Neyar. Deo. Also, biblically, this here will be papyrus. Okay? So the reeds that you see often on the paintings in Egypt, that's neyar, will be used as neyar. Okay? Remember papyrus, if you remember art history and history in general, it's used as that. Okay? It's not the paper that we know, but it's a type of parchment. Okay? And this is zachar. This word, hamilah hazos. When I say hamilah hazos, it's this word. Milah, now, in Hebrew means word. Biblically, it's davar. So if I say hadavar hazeh, notice how I said hazeh and not hazos. That means this word or this thing. Okay? Milah came in later Hebrew. As you travel down in the Tanakh, even in the New Testament, you'll see that milah is used instead of davar. Okay? So deyo can be 2 ways. Okay? Deyo is ink, but it can be used as male or female. And when you go on certain sites, you'll see it written this way, which means zachar. Notice the zayin here for zachar. This wow here is for o, which means or in Hebrew. Then you see these 2 italic marks. These here indicate that it's an abbreviation. So this is male or abbreviation, and then you see the nun, female. Okay? And that's how it is. This is a male or female word. The same thing if you go in the Bible and you see Hashemesh. Shemesh is sun. Hashemesh, the sun. That's Zachar or Necheva. It's male or female. Okay? And we'll get into that more later. Okay? Now, Hezer. Hezer. Hezer is room. Hazarim is, it's rooms. Okay? And then you have Temunah and Temunoth. Hezer, this is Zachar. Temunah, this is Necheva. Okay, picture. Pictures. Now, Temunah. This is more modern terminology for picture. We had it in the Bible or within the Tanakh as a something that's not unholy, but for goyim. I'm trying to get the English equivalent. It's like pesel, not a god, but something that an idol. There we go. Okay, somewhat. When you read the Aseres Hadiberoth, you will see the commandments. If you read that, you'll see this shortened version of Temunah. Okay, so I got the correct verse, and it's coming from Shemos Perek Kaf. Hold on, let me actually show you instead of reading it only. So I'll show you once I'm finished here so I can get rid of this, what I've written. Okay, next is Sha'on, and Sha'on is watch or clock. Sha'onim, clocks. Sha'on, and this is Zachar. This is not Necheva. Zachar. And let's put Zecharim here just to, and Nechavoth. Okay? Zecharim, Nechevoth, Zecharim. Okay? Zachar, Sha'on. And it's watch or clock. So let's go back for Temunah and how it's used in a more classical way. Okay, this is coming from Shemos Perek Kaf, Pasuk Daleth. Perek Kaf is chapter 20, Pasuk Daleth is verse 4. Okay, remember Perek, chapter, Pasuk is a verse. Okay, and it states, Lo ta'aseh lecha fesel וכל תמונה אשר בשמיים ממעל ואשר בארץ מתחת ואשר במים מתחת לארץ. What did I just say? לא תעשה לך, do not make yourself. פסל, פסל, פסל is idol, okay? פסל is an idol, and it's not, anything can be an idol. But in those days, we sculpted, okay? What you see in the, in a typical African household, like the statues that you see, those would be a pesel, an idol, okay? Anything to which you would bow down, that would be an idol for you, okay? We drew, but that wasn't something that was the rage. Everything that you see in the Greek house, in the Roman house, in the Asian houses, would be an idol. That was then. So the word has transformed, temunah at least, a lot. Pesel in modern Hebrew means just a sculpture. What you see in the museums, there's no religious, so-called religious aspect or spiritual aspect to that unless it is stated. We, as Hebrews, anything pesel, anything that the other nations had as a sculpture would be pesel, would be an idol. Temunah is a likeness or an image. Okay, the same thing as me saying demuth. Okay, which is in the likeness of, but we didn't use it in that terms. So temunah, again, that was used as an idol or a sculpture. Okay? So it says, Lo ta'ase lecha fesel v'chol temuna asher, which is in the heavens, bashamayim. Remember, shamayim means heavens. And mima'al, which is upon or above the heavens. Wa'asher ba'aris, and which is in the earth. Mitahath, which is underneath or below. Wa'asher, and which is in bamayim, which is in the waters. Mitahath, which is underneath the la'aris, which is underneath the earth. Okay? So we're not supposed to have any type of pesel or temunah. Now this has changed along the way because of times have changed, pretty much. Okay, but spiritually, we should know what the temunah that Yah is speaking of, okay, versus the temunah that we know now. Now temunah is for pictures, but even to that can be an idol, okay? So remember, times change, the word's definition changes, but remember what it means classically, what it means to us. Anything that the other nations did would be considered vulgar. Okay, and not vulgar as in totally disgusting, meaning that within Yah's eyes, we were not to follow. Remember, it's our example, not their example. Okay? So temunah is different. That might have been a rigmarole way of explaining what temunah is, but if you guys want, you can also reference your lexicon if you want, okay? But I'm referencing what I know within the Tanakh. Okay, the countless of hours I've read and reread, this is how it is, okay? So again, do not take my word for it. Do your own research, okay? So let's go back. Now we're back to the lesson. So, it says, Po, Avraham hatov, v'Sarah hatova. What does that mean? Po, remember Po, this is a Pe. You have the daresh in the middle, and then you have the cholem at the top, and the he. Po, right? Po Avraham hatov. Now remember, what did we say? What did we read? That we cannot have ha Avraham hatov. It has to be Avraham hatov, the good Avraham. So here is the good Avraham, and then we have with Sarah. And Sarah hatova. Remember, tova is because this is Sarah and not Avraham. Remember, this cannot be hatova for Avraham. That's a no-no. It has to be hatova for Sarah. Okay? So no matter what Babylon says, we go the opposite way to what we know is within Tanakh. Okay? So, Sarah hatova. Good Sarah. So here is good Avraham and good Sarah. And now what else does it say? Sham. We know Sham means there, right? So there, Daniel, he hacham, and this will be he hacham and not ha-hacham because of the chamis, and I don't let's put it this way, because of the sound of ah, and because it's h, the hif, it becomes he. In modern Hebrew, it has simplified this because, again, to learn all of this, it's hard. Okay? So he hacham. So Daniel, the wise Daniel, so Sham Daniel he hacham, with Sarah ha-hachama, and Sarah, the wise one. So next sentence we have here is המורה גדול והתלמיד קטן. Right? So what is more? More is teacher. המורה is the teacher. גדול, we know that's large, big, great. So the teacher is great. This is not המורה הגדול. If it was המורה הגדול, that will be the great, the big, the large teacher. This is המורה גדול. The teacher is big or large or great. והתלמיד קטן. And the student, תלמיד, is small or little. Okay, so notice the difference between המורה גדול והתלמיד קטן. קטן. And then you have here, you have שם דניאל החכם ושרה החכמה. Okay? Next, you have הדודים טובים וגם הדודות טובות. הדודים, remember dod in Hebrew. Dod in Hebrew means uncle. Dodim means uncles. Tov means good. Tovim mean goods. Well, can't really translate that, but goods. Okay, so good uncles. So the uncles are good because you have the He HaYedi'ah here. Remember the He HaYedi'ah? Hadozim Tovim. It is not Hadozim Hatovim. That will be the good uncles. This is the uncles are good, and also Weram Hadozos. We know that the opposite of dods is doza, which is aunts, right? At dozos, you have aunts, right? So aunts. Hadozos, the aunts, tovos, are good. So again, the uncles are good, and the aunts are also good, because you can't have hadozos, tovos, ram. This is never at the end. If it's at the end, that must be colloquial speech. Okay? Something that's come about as irregular speech. But it's not grammatical. Okay? So don't put ram at the end. Ram comes first. Okay? So hadozim tovim וram hadozos tovos. Again, hadozim tovim וram hadozos tovos. Next, right here, hasakinim hadim. What do you think this one is? Hasakinim hadim. Notice I did not say hasakinim hahadim, but I said hasakinim hadim. First we have to know what sakinim means. Sakinim, we know that the yods and mem, not all the time it means plural, but majority it does, okay? There are times where you will find a noun that has the yods and mem, and it's actually considered singular, okay? So hasakinim, we know that sakin is knife. It is a later Hebrew word meaning knife, okay? Ma'acheleth is a different type of knife. That's like me sharpening a rock or some type of thing or object and making it into a knife, like a shank, if you will. Okay? So hasakinim hadim. The knives are, what does hadim mean? Well, I see the yods and the mem. I know it's plural, so okay, let's get rid of this. What does had mean? Had means sharp. So the knives are sharp. Okay? Let's move on. Ha'etim tovim. Ha'etim tovim. Okay, so let's break this down. If you want to break it down that way, when you're reading, when you're speaking, I want your listening skills to develop, okay? So you should know this as soon as you hear it, okay? But for our purposes, we will break it down. We see the hehayadi'ah here, because it's ha. Okay, so what is that? Hehayadi'ah is the definite word. Okay, so it's the. We see etim here. Etim. Well, I see the yod and the mem. I know that yod and mem makes something plural. Okay, so let's delete all of that. Right? Actually, let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. So it. What does it mean? It means a pen or any writing utensil. Okay, so I have it here. Tovim, I know, okay, again, let's get rid of the yod and the mem. I know that this is tov. Okay, so it tov, good pen. Okay, let's go back. Etim, I know that that's pens. And then let's get rid of this. This means goods. Okay, so good pens. Etim tovim. Right? And that's how you do it. Moving on to the next one. Haben na'ar tov. We have bath na'ara tova. Okay, well, again, haben, the boy or the son. It could be boy or son, okay? Haben na'ar tov. The son is a good child. Okay, na'ar can be arranged from a baby to about, let's say, 17, maybe even older than that. Okay, I'm talking about these times. Okay, na'ar isn't used often in Hebrew, maybe in written. So if you speak to someone that you know, maybe in the Mona, that speaks Hebrew, of course they would not say na'ar, they would say yeled. Okay, they will say this word here, yeled. I would say weled. The Masoretes, so supposedly they change it. I don't know if we change it. I don't know if they change it. I do not know. But yods were actually wow. Okay? If you go through the books, you will see that it's weled, and then it was changed to yeled. So I don't know if it happened progressively, naturally, or it was changed by the Masoretes. I do not know, okay? And please don't quote me. I do not know. They may write one thing and then it's actually the other. So I don't know for it to be definite. I don't know, okay? But that's just a footnote for you. So again, haben na'ar tov. The son or the boy is a good child. Wehabath, the daughter, wehabath, na'ara, the daughter is a good child, female child, okay? I see the he, and then I see another he, okay? And this is to indicate that it is feminine. To give you another footnote, you will see times in Hebrew, in the Tanakh, that you will see this. Actually, it should be this way. Okay, good. You will see this, even though it is actually female. This looks male because there's no he. The he was added to make the word unambiguous. Okay, so if I see this, and remember there was no nikuzot. So if I see this, I'm gonna think, okay, well this is na'ar and not na'ara. Right? So the he was added to make it unambiguous. So as soon as you see this, okay, I know it's female. Without it, I'm guessing. What is it? Now, if I had this sole word, okay? If I had this word only. Now, if I had other words prior to it and then maybe after it, I would consider what was written beforehand, and I'll say, okay, well, because of the context, I know that this is actually na'ra and not na'ar. but there are sometimes you will see this in the Tanakh, and it's actually female. Okay? I know this is a lot to digest, but again, you can replay this over and over and over and over until you get it. Okay? Next, we have here Hamitos Hagezolos. Okay, I already know that this is describing the mitos, which is bed. Or it can be a bed, it could be a day bed, it could be an old type of bed. How we used to sleep was not on high beds like this, but of course on pillows. Okay? Hamitos hagezolos shechoros, hamitos haketanos levanos. Okay, so what did I just say? Hamitos hagezolos. So I know it's large beds. The large beds are shechoros. Okay, shechoros. Remember shachor? Shachor means black. Shechora means black female. Shechorim means black male. And then shechoros, you have black females. Right? For females. So this is black beds. Black large beds. Right? So we have two adjectives here. We have mitos hagezolos are shechoros. They are what? Black. And hamitos haketanos, and the small beds, hamitos haketanos, are what? Levanos. They are white. Okay? So again, hamitos, mita. So mita, not script. Mita means bed, and because of the he, you know necheva, right? Necheva. Okay, necheva, female. So that means the adjective has to be also necheva. Gam necheva. What does gam mean? Also, gam necheva. Hamilah hazos. This word, hamilah hazos, gam nechevahi, is also female. Okay? So you will add gezoloth because it's plural. So this becomes mitos. We add the waw and the tau. Mitos. Then you see gezola. So gezola. And then I have to change this gezola into plural. Gezoloth. So now I add the he hayedi'ah. Hamitos hagezolos. The beds, the large ones, what are they? Well, let's go on to the next word. Shechoros. Hamitos haketanos. Okay, well, the beds and the beds, the small one, are white. Okay? Let's go on to the next one. We have here hane'arim hagezolim hachachamim ha'ele ahim le'sipora haketana ve'hatova. Okay, now this is getting a bit more complicated. So let's see what we can decipher from this. So hane'arim. So we know that na'ar is child or boy, right? Same thing as bin. But this becomes, so na'ar plus yodzmem equal ne'arim. So ne'arim, na'ar plus yodzmem equal ne'arim. So the accent changes. The vowels, how it's heard, it changes. So we have one down. So he is the he hayedi'ah. This means the. So he hayedi'ah plus na'ar plus yodzmem equal hanne'arim. Han-ne'arim. So I know that this means the boys. Okay? Han-ne'arim. Okay, so I see ha-gezolim. Okay, so from before, from here, gezoloth, I know that's feminine plural, right? For large. Well, the yod mem, I know it's masculine plural, right? Zecharim rabim, zachar rabim, right? So this is large, the boys, the large ones, or the big ones. We hachachamim. Okay, remember from before the rule, we have, when we have two adjectives to describe the noun, we add the wow. Okay, so this will become the large wise, or the big wise, or it can actually mean the large and wise. Two ways of looking at it. And this is biblical Hebrew. Now in Hebrew, people don't usually put we as a wow, or vav. Now it's vav. They don't put that. They'll keep it going and going and going and going. Okay, but we added the wow. Okay, and that's the rule. So han-ne'arim, ha-gezolim, wa-ha-chamim. So the boys, the large, the wise, ha'ele. Okay, so these. So I see that, these. So what does that mean? Wow, this is exasperating. So we have han-ne'arim, okay, the boys, ha-gezolim, the large ones, we have ha-chamim, the wise ones, and we have ha'ele, the these, or these ones. So these large wise boys, right? Ahim. What does ahim mean? Okay, well, again, ah. Now this becomes ah. So ah means brother. Ahim means brothers. Ahim. Okay, so these large wise boys are brothers. Remember, what did we say le means? To. Remember, this is a preposition. Prepositions, it's to, for, at. Those are prepositions, okay? It states where the noun or subject is. Okay, so these large wise boys are brothers to whom? Le Sipporah. Sipporah. So Sipporah, they are large wise boys to brothers, large wise boys that are brothers to Sipporah, okay? And it doesn't stop there. Haketana. So, okay, so there's more that I have to remember. So Haketana, the small Sipporah. And what? Hatova. So the small good Sipporah. So again, let's start over. Han-ne'arim, ha-gezolim, ha-hachamim, ha'ele achim, le-Sipporah, ha-ketana, ha-tova. Again. Han-ne'arim, ha-gezolim, ha-hachamim, ha'ele achim. Stop right there. They are brothers, these large, wise, or smart boys are brothers. Okay, so it continues. Le Sipporah, to Sipporah. Okay, there's more. Haketana, small Sipporah, wetova, and good Sipporah. Or you can say small good Sipporah. So that was a mouthful. Again, you can replay this over and over and over again. Okay? I hope I'm making it as simple as possible for you. It takes time. Okay, we're up to here now. Hamore hazeh zaken vehacham. Okay, what does that mean? Hamore, I know that means the teacher. Hazeh, I know that means this one. המורה הזה, the teacher, this teacher, זקן. If I remember from my memory bank, זקן means old, and not old as in wizard, or me describing a plant that has passed its prime. I will use this word, yashan. זקן is more of an elder, okay? So המורה הזה, זקן וחכם. That was fairly easy. This teacher is old or this teacher is an elder and wise or smart. Okay, let's move on. Oy li maze. What is this? I see le here, the preposition. Now what did I just say? Oy li maze. Woe unto me. Maze, what's this? Remember, ma is what in Hebrew? I remember ze is this. Oy li. Now, the Jews say oy a lot, a bit different than how we did in the Tanakh. It's oy as this way or this way, okay? And this is to say that the he was silent, so that's why it's oy, the waw, and the yod, oy. So this will be like that if you use the nikudoth. So oy means woe. Oily means woe unto me. What is this? It's like something that's let's say bad has happened, or you're disgusted, or you're fed up. Okay, you will say oily. Now if you're saying woe unto everybody else, that's more not a curse, but it's saying something is heavy unto them. Oy lahem. Oy lahen. Okay, oy lanu. Lanu is to us. We'll get onto that soon. And I'm guessing this will be in the next lesson. You'll see li, la, lo, lanu, and things of that nature. Okay? So, oy li maze. Le Shimon. Who is Shimon? What is Shimon? Shimon is Simeon. Okay? Wow, what is that? Okay. Simeon, right? Le Shimon. So I know that le means to, for, at, belonging, right? So Le Shimon, dodzim. Well, what is dodzim? Dodzim, uncles. Okay, well, it doesn't stop there. What type of uncles are they? Zekenim. Okay, I know from here, zaken means elder or old. Okay, so he has old uncles and good. So it's old, good uncles he has. And what else? Doza. With doza, ketana. And a little, or a little, or small aunt. Okay? This does not mean few. Okay? It means small or little. It describes the height of something. Okay? This is not quantity. Ketana, not quantity. Okay? Little or small. לשמעון דוזים זקנים וטובים ודוזה קטנה. Right? לשמעון דוזים זקנים וטובים ודוזה קטנה. So Simeon has old and good, or old good uncles and a small aunt. Okay? Let's continue. How much more do we have? Let's see. Oy. Wow, Rabbim lanu. Oh, we have a lot. Okay. Let's see how much we can go for here. So we're up to here. Now it states, Aye hasusim vehaparos. Could you figure out what this sentence means? Aye hasusim vehaparos. Aye hasusim vehaparos. Well, I know aye means where. Hasusim. Okay, well, what does that mean if I don't remember? Okay, let's break that down. Sus. I know sus means horse. The he hayediyah, hasus. Okay, the horse. The yodmim, hasusim, the horses. Great. Moving on. Wehaparos. Well, this is not as easy because you will have to add the he here for wehapara and the cow. Wehaparos and the cow. So, aye hasusim wehaparos. Where are the horses and the cows? Well, let's see what the person replies. Hasusim halevanim po. Wesham haparos hashehoros. Again, or od. Again. Hasusim halevanim po. Wesham haparos hashehoros. So the person replies, Hasusim, the horses, halevanim, the white ones, po, are here. Wesham, and there, haparos, the cows, hashehoros, the black ones. Okay? Hasusim halevanim po, wesham haparos hashehoros. Next. Po hasusim levanim wehaparos shehoros weshams hasusim wehaparos shehorim. Okay, so I'm gonna slow it down a bit now. Po hasusim levanim wehaparos shehoros wesham hasusim wehaparos shehorim. Po, I know it means here. Hasusim, I know it means the horses. Levanim, white. So here, the horses are white. Wehaparos, shehoros. And the cows are black. Wesham, hasusim, wehaparos, shehorim, and there the horses and the cows are black. So let's try this again. I know that I have an adjective here and I have an adjective here, right? Then I have another adjective here. So this in its entirety, it's describing two sets of horses and cows. Po hasusim levanim. So here the horses are white and the cows are black. Okay, so we have that down. Wesham hasusim wehaparos shehorim. So we're describing here horses and cows that are black. Right? So shehorim, we will end it there. It will not be shehoros because you have horses that are male and you have cows. Of course, cows are female. So you will end the adjective as male and not female because you have Y. You have a male horses. You have male horses which take precedence over the female horses. So po hasusim levanim. Of course, this will be what? Male because of susim. We haparos shehoros. Well, this is describing the cows to be black. But here it's describing horses and cows that are black. Here it's describing horses that are white. So po hasusim levanim. So here the horses are white. Wehaparos shehoros. And cows are black. Wesham hasusim wehaparos shehorim. And there the horses and the cows are black. Okay? So let's keep going. פה הנערים הקטנים תלמידים טובים והנערים הגדולים תלמידים רעים ושם הגדולים והקטנים תלמידים טובים. That was a mouthful. I will go slow. פה הנערים הקטנים תלמידים טובים והנערים הגדולים תלמידים רעים ושם הגדולים והקטנים תלמידים טובים. Okay, so let's see what this means. פה, we know that this means here. הנערים הקטנים, we know that this means the small boys are what? תלמידים טובים are good students. And והנערים הגדולים, and the large or the big boys are bad students. תלמידים רעים. ושם, and there, הגדולים והקטנים, and there, the big ones and the small ones are good students. Okay? So notice it doesn't say ושם התלמידים והתלמידים הגדולים והתלמידים הקטנים. Notice it doesn't say that. So notice it says the big ones. So when you do not see a noun and you just see hagezolim or you see haketanim, which are the big ones, this will translate as the big ones. Let's say you're having a conversation and you don't want to say, well, the big students or the large students or the old students and the small. You don't have to. It's too long. It's my breath. I want to conserve energy. So I say hagezolim, the big ones, and the small ones. Hagezolim, haketanim. And I already know from prior, what we were speaking about prior, that we were speaking about the students. Okay? So, wesham hagezolim, and I did not say hatalmidzim hagezolim, I did not say hatalmidzim haketanim, but I said hagezolim, the large or the big or the older ones. And sometimes gazol can mean older. Biblically or classically, it makes you sound ancient, but it's more correct. You will say, let me get the white and get this and just get rid of that. So this word is used often in Hebrew, bechor, and this is the firstborn. So if you want to say the firstborn, bechor. Of course, remember this is an adjective. So you will have the female version, bechorah. You will have the plural masculine version, bechorim. And then the feminine version, plural, you will have bechoroth. Okay, so you don't need to say hagezolim, you can say habechorim. You can say, ketanim, you will say sa'ir. So it's sa'irim, okay, which is younger. We'll get into more of this a little later. But I just want to make sure you know. Let's see how far this will go back. Okay, great. So this will be sa'ir. This will be sa'ira for young. Okay, sa'ir. That's sa'ir. So sa'ir and then sa'ira. Okay, sa'ir, sa'ira. And then you have sa'irim and sa'iros. Okay? Sa'ir means young. Bechor means firstborn. Okay, so that they're used that way. Gazol and katan can be used in that way as well. They're interchangeable. As long as the context is correct, they're interchangeable. Okay, so let's go back. Wesham, and there are the older or the big ones, and the small ones, Talmidim tovim, are good students. Again, po hanne'arim haketanim talmidim tovim. Here, the boys, the small ones, are good students. When hanne'arim hagezolim talmidim ra'im, and the large boys are bad students. Now this one, where it takes a turn. Wesham hagezolim wehaketanim talmidim tovim, and there the large ones and small ones are good students. So here we're describing all of this. When I say hold on. Okay. So, oi, that's there. Talmidim. Okay, I don't need that. Great. Okay, so po, I'm describing how many students. I have students here that are small, and then students here, still po, that are large. So the big ones are bad, the small ones are good, okay? And then I say, and there, the big ones and the small ones are good students. So again, I describe three sets of students. I describe small good ones, big bad ones that are here, po. And then I describe small and large ones that are there, and they are all good. Okay? Po hanne'arim. Let's get rid of that. Po hanne'arim haketanim talmidim tovim. Done. Conjunction wow. Wehanne'arim hagezolim talmidim ra'im. Done. Conjunction wow. Wesham hagezolim wehaketanim talmidim tovim. So I described three sets of students. Okay? There we go. Let's move on. Okay, so we're up to here now. And this is a response to the statement. Actually, this is a question to the statement. So it says, wehanne'aroth. Pretty much in, let's say, a loose translation would be, what about the girls? Literal translation will be, and the girls. The person replies who initially stated the statement, Hanne'aros haketanos hachamos vetovos gam po gam sham. If we remember what was stated prior to this, here, let's refresh our memory. Po hanne'arim haketanim talmidim tovim vehanne'arim haggezolim talmidim ra'im. Wesham haggezolim vehaketanim talmidim tovim. So remember, I just described three sets of students. And the person asked, what about the girls? Wehanne'aros? Hanne'aros haketanos hachamos. So the girls, the small ones, are wise and wetovos, and good. Also here, also there. So you would not say po gamsham. You will say also here, also there in Hebrew. Okay? So it'll be gam po gam sham. Okay? That's how it is. You wouldn't, like in English, it's also here and there. that equivalence is ram po, ram sham. You have to say ram twice. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Again, if it didn't, just replay, okay? Or you can write in the comment section what you need help in, okay? Hannayar lavan وحديو شهرة. Now remember I said that deyo can be zakhar or when I say o it means or necheva. So haddeyo could be shahor or it can be shehora. So it says the papyrus or paper now, but papyrus then. The papyrus is white and the ink is black. Hanniyar lavan وحديو شهرة, or you could say shahor. Okay? Hanniyar lavan وحديو شهرة. Hanniyar lavan وحديو شهرة. This is fairly simple. Next one. Okay, so let's start. And it states, LeAvraham hezer gazol ul Yahuza hezer katon. Now, the reason why I said ul Yahuza instead of weh lihuza is because we pronounce Yahuza and not Yehuza. So if it's Yehuza, this will be weh lihuza, because you cannot have two of these and you definitely can't have three. Okay? So for us, it will be ul Yahuza hezer katan. Okay, so what does that mean? Le Avraham, you already know that there's to Avraham, for Avraham, at Avraham. Le Avraham hezer. What is hezer? Hezer means room. So I already know to Avraham hezer. He has a room, or to him a room belongs. Gazol. So gazol, what does gazol mean? Gazol means large, big. Okay, so he has a large room. Ul Yahuza, and to Yahuza, he has what? Hezer katan. He has a small room. So LeAvraham hezer gazol, ul Yahuza hezer katan. Okay? Now in modern Hebrew, this will be we le Yahuza. Okay? Or it can be ul Yahuza. Okay? But for us, sticking with classical Hebrew, LeAvraham hezer gazol ul Yahuza. Remember, modern Hebrew is a simplification and oversimplification of biblical Hebrew. Modern Hebrew is a hybrid language, so it incorporates Aramaic, Arabic, Yiddish, English, Akkadian, and a whole lot of other languages. Okay? So it's a hybrid. It's much like English. That's why modern Hebrew is so easy to learn rather than classical Hebrew. Okay? So let's continue. Oh, wow. Almost there. Okay. Says, Lemi, if we remember what Lemi means, Lemi hazarim gezolim. So I just stated LeAvraham hezer gazol ul Yahuza hezer katan, right? Now the person asks, Lemi hazarim gezolim. So let's say if I entered a hotel and I said that, okay, so Avraham has the big one, Yahuza has the small one, and then I in turn a new guest, oreach, that's how you say guest. I'm a new guest, oreach hadash ani. I ask, Lemi hazarim gezolim. So the large rooms, not the large room, but the large rooms, to whom do they belong? Lemi hazarim gezolim? I ask. Well, lishlomo. This is lishlomo, or you can say lishalomo, okay? I personally say shlomo, then shlomo. I know majority of people say shlomo, okay? So either or, it's fine. So lishlomo hehacham hazarim gezolim uktanim, or you can say uketanim, okay? You can say uktanim or uketanim. So what did I just say? Lishlomo hehacham hazarim gezolim uktanim. Okay? So I asked, Lemi hazarim gezolim? What do you think the person I had said? What do you think he stated to me? To Shlomo, Solomon, right? Wise, the wise Solomon, or Solomon the wise. Rooms large, large rooms actually, and small rooms. So Solomon, wise Solomon, has the large and the small room. So he has both. So he's greedy. You could say that. So, we're in the home stretch, almost there. Lemi hatemuna hazos. What does that mean? Lemi hatemuna hazos. I know lemi means to whom. Literally, it means to whom. And then loosely, it means whose. So, lemi hatemuna hazos. To whom does this picture, or better, image? So the image, hazos, you have hatemuna, which is nekeva, and then you have hazos, which is also nekeva, so they go together. So lemi hatemuna hazos. Hatemuna hazos lerivka hatova. This picture, hatemuna hazos, or image, lerivka hatova. This image belongs to Rebecca the good, or good Rebecca. Fairly simple. So next one. Lemi it sargel iparon wesakin. So to whom a pen, ruler, pencil, and knife. So if you want, you can say lemi kol elle, which means to whom all of these belong. Lemi, let's see here, and then I say lemi kol, I better not, elle, lemi kol elle, or lemi elle, to whom do all these belong. Lemi kol elle, instead of me saying lemi et sargel eparon mesakin. If you want to be specific, you will say that. If you want to just say to whom do all these belong, lemi kol elle, or lemi elle. Okay? Lemi kol elle. Lemi kol elle. Or, you don't want this, lemi elle. Okay, let's see what the person responds. Leyishak hakatan. So, it belongs to whom? Leyishak hakatan. Again, to whom does it belong? Leyishak hakatan. To small Isaac. Okay? Next, you have here, לראובן התלמיד החכם שעון קטן, right? לראובן, or you can say, it's two ways. It's לראובן or לראובן, okay? לראובן התלמיד, or לראובן, התלמיד החכם, שעון קטן. Now, this is to Reuben. You have Shimon, Simeon, and then you have Reuven, you have Reuben. So already that's, oh yeah, then you have Yehuda. That's already 3 people from our tribes, okay? So you have to Reuben, the student, the wise student. Remember, לראובן, so ראובן, התלמיד החכם. Sha'on, we know Sha'on means watch. לראובן, התלמיד החכם, שעון קטן. So Reuben, the wise student, has a small watch or clock. Okay? And more likely than not, it's watch. Now this stems from the word sha'ah in Hebrew. That's shin, ayin, and he. Sha'ah means hour. Okay? So this word stems from that. Sha'on. Okay? Ulmi, or you can say ulemi. So ulmi or ulemi. Ulmi she'onim. Okay, so person asks, and to whom do the watches, well, not the watches, but watches. To whom watches? Okay, you don't need the hayadi'ah all the time. Okay, and this is spoken Hebrew. Written Hebrew, and if you, let's say if I'm speaking to an audience who are degreed, I'll say ulmi hashe'onim. Okay? But regular, everyday occurrences, it's ulmi she'onim. And you'll see this in the Tanakh quite often. So, to whom are the watches? LeYaakov וללאה שעונים גזולים וקטנים. So, Yaakov, Jacob, ולאה, Leah, שעונים, watches or clocks, גזולים וקטנים, so large and small clocks or large and small watches belong to whom? Belong to Yaakov וללאה. Okay, which is and Leah. Okay? So once you start getting very quick in speech with Hebrew, words will get muddied up. Okay? And it's like that all the time, okay? So right now, just practice, and shalom aleichem.